One of my main struggles in life is other people's opinions of me. I've been working on this for a while, trying to be who I really am, knowing who I really am. I have more of a grasp on self-knowledge now than I ever have, but sometimes, as you all know, I'm sure, there's a wrench thrown in it, and it makes me wonder if I've really seen myself correctly, if I've really done the homework like I should be, it's really hard to know yourself. And especially having cognitive executive function type things, I'm not using those as excuses. I'm using them as helping me to describe or define or explain different ways of thinking. It can be very confusing very easily. I know better who I am now than I ever have. But struggles with relationships, used to have me constantly guessing myself. But I've done a lot of work on self-reflection and mindfulness and stuff like that over the last couple years. And I also have a tendency of wanting to deep dive into things, and sometimes it gets me into overthinking or taking things out of the context they're in and comparing myself and taking things that are said a little too much to heart, because I want to not be dismissive. I want to be respectful, but at the same time, I need to look at everything. I need to look at everything through the lens of my faith, my moral center. I need to look at everything through a biblical perspective. If I don't, I start losing myself again, which I think is actually an awesome spot for me to be mentally, because the realization of me, my personal knowledge that who I am in Christ is who I am. I am who God says I am because He made me. He made me who I am. So when I'm closest to Christ, when I'm listening and thinking and living through the lens of biblical truth, I find more peace, more grounded, more true worth. My devotion this morning, I've been working through a workbook of a codependency, faith-based codependency workbook. And last night I did 5 pages of it. And my devotion this morning also touched on who I am, whose I am, what I am. Find freedom through seeking to please God above all else. When you let others' expectations drive you, you scatter your energy to the wind. Yeah, because if you are trying to live by other people's expectations instead of either your expectations or God's expectations of you, it's going to be unhealthy. I am your master, and I do not drive you to be what you are not. It is impossible to be inauthentic when you are focusing on my presence. It is impossible to be inauthentic when you are focusing on my presence. Because we are who God says we are. Because He created us. He knows everything about us. So if we focus on that, we shouldn't be so easily swayed or turned, or we shouldn't so easily question ourselves. Which I'm finding I'm doing better at. But at the same time, you know, as humans, as being in relationships and the people we love, people we're close to, stuff like that, we want, maybe not we, I have an issue with wanting people to be happy. I don't want people to look down on me or tell me I'm not good enough, or I'm not worth their time, or I'm not. Sorry about the eyes. I don't know why. Maybe they need a good rub. Yeah. That's where I am.